Good morning, fans, and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to the show. Guys, time for the Bryze. I know it's been a while since we did an episode on the show, but the Bryze is back. So, yeah, happy Thanksgiving once again. Hopefully, you guys have a good day spending time with the people you care about most, your friends and family. You watch some football, and you stuff your faces in with some great food. So, yep, welcome back. I know it's been a couple weeks since the Bryze has been on the show. So, yeah. Well, welcome back, and yeah, we're going to talk about some sports today. We got some football on today, obviously. We had some hockey on last night. The Red Wings blew out the Devils 4-0. Dylan Larkin finally scored, so that's good to see. And then, yeah, obviously, you got fight night in a couple weeks. December 2nd, there's a fight night, and then there's a big pay-per-view, UFC 296, on December 16th, so make sure you check out that one. And then, obviously, this weekend, as you can tell by my hoodie, my Michigan hoodie, we got the game. Michigan versus Ohio State, the battle of the unbeatens, one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports. Michigan has to win. They're playing at home without Jim Harbaugh. He's serving his suspension for the whole sign-stealing scandal. They got to win. I mean, it's that simple as that. Ohio State's legit this year. You know, number 2 in the country. They have one of the best defenses in college football. And then, obviously, they have the best wide receiver in the country in Marvin Harrison Jr. We got to shut him down. Our defense needs to come up big. We got to win in the trenches. And then, obviously, the running game. Usually this game comes down to that. Whoever controls the ball, running the ball, usually wins 9 times out of 10. So if Michigan does those things, they will beat the Ohio State Buckeyes, but they have to win. I mean, that's it. No excuses. So, yeah, we got that game on as well. So, yeah, great weekend for sports. Place your bets, watch some football, and, spend time with your family and friends. So, yeah, I was going to say, I hope everyone's doing well. Let's dive right into it. Let's talk about the NFL schedule today. So, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys stuff your faces in. What's your favorite meal? Obviously this is a popular question for Thanksgiving. Me, I don't know, man. I like everything, but I think when it comes down to it, I like the stuffing. Stuffing's really good. Obviously turkey is good. The mashed potatoes, the sweet potato casserole, the green bean casserole, the pies for dessert. I'm going to be stuffing my face in today too. Obviously watching football as well, but yeah, what's your favorite meal? What's your favorite part about Thanksgiving? So leave your comments in the comment section, and I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving today. So yeah, we got 3 games on today for the NFL. So we got the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Detroit Lions and traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. So the Lions winning against the Chicago Bears a few days ago. It was an ugly win. That's a team we should have kicked their ass, in my opinion. It should have never been that close. But we won. We came back late in the fourth quarter. We were down, I think, by like 12 points, something like that, and we beat the Chicago Bears. So that was good that we beat one of our division rivals. But now we go up against another division rival today, in the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers they've been dealing with injuries all season long. Aaron Jones basically has missed, most of the season. Christian Watson, one of their star wide receivers, he's been out for most of the season as well. Jordan Love, he's not really stepping up to the plate. So Detroit definitely has an opportunity to take this game, grab a bite of nuts, and really just destroy the Packers today. They have to win this game, no questions asked, just like Michigan has to beat Ohio State on Saturday, no questions asked. So Detroit, man, yeah, that defense needs a lot of work. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, you gave up 38 points against a subpar Chargers team who lost to the Green Bay Packers, because that's a team that just cannot finish games, unfortunately. With all that star power, you would think they would have more wins, but yeah, they just can't finish. Yeah, that's what she said. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Detroit going and the Green Bay Packers today. So yeah, the Bryze, as usual, will make his first picks in a couple weeks. So yeah, let's get right to it. So Green Bay at Detroit. I got Detroit winning this one. Go Lions, take care of business. I just think they're a better team. That offense looking pretty good, despite Jared Goff having his worst game this season, throwing 3 interceptions. We had multiple turnovers in that game, so we got to clean that up. But I think Jared Goff has a bounce-back game. And I think J-Mo has a couple touchdowns in this game. And I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to have a good day as well. And then maybe even Jahmyr Gibbs, he might go 100 yards rushing. Those are my predictions for individual statistics for the Detroit Lions. But yeah, I got the Detroit Lions beating the Green Bay Packers. So yeah, 12:30 p.m. on Fox. So check that one out. Get your lineups ready for fantasy football, and then place your bets for that game if you want. And then the next game at 4:30 p.m. on CBS, we got the Washington Commanders traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So shout out to Crazy Chris. I know he loves the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why, but hey man, everyone can like whatever they want. So Dallas playing at home against Washington. This is a division rival, man. This is a division matchup, and Washington could definitely play spoiler in this one. However, I think Dallas is set out to prove something this year. I mean, they've been criticized for a long time. You know, when you get the nickname America's team and you haven't been to the playoffs, or you haven't won a playoff game in a very long time, you haven't won a Super Bowl since the mid-90s, yeah, you're going to get a lot of shit from the media. You're going to get a lot of shit from the fans. So, but I think they're on a mission this year. Dak Prescott's looking pretty damn good. That offense is looking explosive. That defense is looking good too. So I got Dallas at home defeating the Washington Commanders. So, yep, I got Dallas winning that game. And then tonight's game, 8:20 p.m. on NBC, Thursday night game, we got the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be a really interesting one. Playing at Seattle, so it's tough there. I don't know what the weather's like. It rains out there. It's usually pretty cold, but who knows? I haven't checked the weather for Seattle, but Seattle definitely legit. But then San Fran, I mean, I think they're starting to wake up a little bit. I know middle of the season they started off 5-0, and then they went on that 3-game losing streak. But I think they're really clicking now. Like I said, you got Nick Bosa, and then obviously you acquired Chase Young a while back from free agency or at the NFL trade deadline. You got him from the Washington Commanders. So those two edge rushers, that's deadly. I feel bad for the offensive linemen who have to block those two because it's not easy. It's not easy. And then obviously Christian McCaffrey killing it. As usual, Brandon Ayuk looking pretty good. Deebo Samuel, he's got to pick it up a little bit. Brock Purdy, he's looking good now. You know, I think he's settled in. I think the team calmed him down a little bit. But yeah, when you have all those weapons, you know, magic happens. And in this game, I think the San Francisco 49ers gets the W. So I got San Francisco on the road defeating the Seattle Seahawks tonight. So yeah, those are my picks for Thursday night football, or Thursday football, Thanksgiving football, whatever you want to call it. So let me know how I did in the comment section. But yeah, go Lions. Take care of business today. You gotta get that win. I mean, then there's nothing more I can say. So yep, go Lions, and watch the rest of the schedule today. So yep, play some bets, fantasy football. Good luck, and yeah, enjoy the day. So yep, we got those games, and then Friday, first Friday game ever in NFL history, Black Friday football. So we got the Miami Dolphins going to the New York Jets. Division matchup, New York Jets, decent defense, but I think that offense of Miami is going to be too much for that Jets defense to handle. I got the Miami Dolphins winning that one. So yeah, that game tomorrow is going to be on 3 p.m. on Prime Video. So if you got Amazon Prime, check it out. So got Miami winning that one, and then Sunday matchups. Let's get right to it real quick. So New Orleans at Atlanta. I got New Orleans winning this one. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Cincinnati without Joe Burrow. That's a huge loss. Division matchup. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. Carolina at Tennessee, rather. I like Tennessee winning that game. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis. I like Tampa Bay winning that one. New England at the New York Giants. I like the New England Patriots winning that. And then Jacksonville at Houston. This is going to be a really interesting matchup. I mean, does Houston show up? I mean, CJ Stroud, that guy is playing lights out football, rookie year, just killing it in Houston. But then Jacksonville is sitting at 7-3, looking pretty damn good. I like Houston at home. I'm going to take CJ Stroud. I know he went to Ohio State. I know. I know. But, I mean, you can't deny talent, right? And he's been a true talent. He's been great all season long. They get the win at home against their division rival, Jacksonville. So I got the Houston Texans beating the Jacksonville Jaguars there. You got the Cleveland Browns going to the Denver Broncos. Denver, I think they won 4 straight, if I'm not mistaken. They're playing some good football right now. Cleveland, they're sitting at 7-3, I do believe. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I like the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns in this one, but that's going to be a good game. I would bet that one. So I got Cleveland over Denver. The Rams going against the Arizona Cardinals. That's usually a close game. Arizona playing at home. The Rams, they're okay. I don't know. I think, is Matthew Stafford still out? I'm not sure. But if he is, I don't know, because Arizona, I just don't really trust them either. I'm going to take the Rams in this one, and then hopefully they win. So I got the Rams over the Cardinals. You got the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Vegas Raiders. Division matchup. This is usually a close game. I like Kansas City. They need to bounce back after losing to the Eagles in the Super Bowl rematch from last season on Monday Night Football. So they need to bounce back and get this win. So I got the Chiefs defeating the Raiders in that game. We got the Buffalo Bills going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles at home. They're looking pretty damn good. Buffalo, I think they're starting to wake up a little bit. They fired their offensive coordinator a couple weeks ago, Ken Dorsey. So, getting that offense straight, it seems like. But I think Philadelphia is too much to handle. Like I said, great victory on Monday Night Football a few days ago. I think they get another win here at home. So I got the Eagles over the Bills. And then the Sunday night game, you got the Baltimore Ravens against the Chargers. Chargers are just struggling right now. They can't finish games. They play good. They're up. They're beating the team. And then the fourth quarter, they just collapse. And then Baltimore is looking pretty damn good right now. So I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this one against the Chargers for Sunday Night Football. And then Monday Night Football, we got the Chicago Bears going up against the Minnesota Vikings. This one, Joshua Dobbs looking pretty damn good in replacement of Kirk Cousins. And then Justin Fields, he looked fantastic against us last Sunday. So Minnesota at home, I like Minnesota. Joshua Dobbs keeps going, keeps kicking ass and taking names. I got the Vikings beating the Bears in that one. So that's the Monday Night Football game, and those are the prizes picks. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been a while, but those are the prizes picks for Week 12 already. Week 12 in the NFL season. So time flying by. We'll have division playoffs and conference championships soon, and then the Super Bowl will be here before we know it. So yeah, those are the prizes picks. Let me know how I did. And yeah, watch some football today. So we got that. Now we got to hop over to college football. As I mentioned earlier, go blue. Love this hoodie. I mean, not only because it's Michigan, obviously, in their colors, but it's comfortable too. I really enjoy it. So yeah, go blue. Obviously, the game is on this weekend. But before we get to that, we got a couple games on. Well, Friday we got a whole lineup of games, but I'll get that too. I'll get there in a second. Today. For Thanksgiving, we got the Ole Miss against Mississippi State, so that should be an interesting one there. And then Friday matchup, man, we got a lot of games here. So TCU at Oklahoma, that should be an interesting one there. Iowa at Nebraska, so Big Ten matchup there. Miami at Boston College. Who else? Oh, Toledo at Central Michigan. Missouri at Arkansas. We got Penn State at Michigan State, so 7:30 p.m. on NBC. And then Oregon State against Oregon, 8:30 p.m. on Fox, so another rivalry game there. So yeah, place your bets for tomorrow's matchups. And then you got Texas Tech at Texas as well. So a lot of good games tomorrow. Check them out. Friday schedule for college football. So now Saturday, we got to get into Saturday, right? Obviously, we got to start with the game. They always play at noon, so we're going to start with it. So Ohio State traveling to Ann Arbor, taking on the Michigan Wolverines, one of the biggest rivalries in all sports, as I mentioned earlier. Noon start time on Fox at Ann Arbor. And I checked this line a couple days ago, and Michigan's giving Ohio State 3.5 points as of right now. It might change as we get closer to game time, but yeah, I thought that was really interesting because I think on paper, I think Ohio State might be the better team. I know. But you know what? It's all good. Michigan has dealt with adversity all year long, this whole sign stealing scandal and all that. They battled a few injuries here and there. So they have to win this game, like I mentioned earlier. I mean, there's no question about it. They have to win, take care of business, and go to the Big Ten championship, third year in a row. So, but it's going to be a tough battle. Their toughest test yet. It always is. I always get worried about this game because it's Ohio State, man. Ohio State's legit. They got talent, on both sides of the ball. Their defense is looking really good this year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a stud, best wide receiver in college football, in my opinion, right now. Michigan, they have to do three things. One, they got to win the battle of the trenches. The offensive linemen have to play their asses off in that game. Defensive linemen got to play their asses off. And then, speaking on defense, number two, our defense has to dominate Ohio State's offense. We got to make the quarterback uncomfortable. We got to shut down Marvin Harrison Jr., and we got to shut down that running game led by TreVeyon Henderson. He was injured earlier in the year, but now he's playing, and he's looking like TreVeyon Henderson, so we got to shut him down as well. And then third, we just got to run the ball. Obviously this game comes down to it. Whoever runs the ball and controls the clock, 9 times out of 10 you're going to win this game. So we have to run the ball. Blake Corum's got to step up. Donovan Edwards, I need to see him do something. They got to get him involved. I don't care if you have to throw the ball to him or run the ball with him 20, 30 times. Split the snaps with Blake Corum, but that guy needs to step up. They got to get him going. Last year, obviously, in Ohio, at Ohio State, he had those 2 long runs. Were the difference maker really in that game. And then I think a lot of people don't remember this, but I think the big difference maker in that game last year in Ohio, in Columbus, was when Mikey Sanders still made that pass deflection. It was late in the fourth quarter, and the Ohio State receiver had the ball, score a touchdown, right? Nope, pass deflection. That changed the whole game, in my opinion. So he needs to step up today, too. He's one of our better defensive players. Like I said, our offensive line needs to kill it. Our defensive line needs to get the work. We got to run the ball, and then we got to shut down that offense of Ohio State. So, yep, Michigan, Ohio State. My pick for the game, obviously, as you can tell, I'm picking Michigan. Go blue. Take care of business. And as you can see, my beard's getting a little long there. The last 2 times I've grown out this beard like this. I call it the Dan Campbell. I don't know why. I mean, his is much nicer and much clearer than mine. But the past 2 times I grew out the Dan Campbell beard. Michigan has won this game. So, third's time to charm? I really hope so. I think they get the job done. It's going to be a close matchup. Like I said, it's Michigan's toughest test. They haven't really played anyone I know. The schedule was pretty weak this year. But next year it's going to be brutal. But we'll talk about that another time. We got to focus on this game. But this is definitely going to be Michigan's toughest test yet. But power of the beard, baby. Michigan gets the win. It's going to be a close one. I see this game being like a 24-21 game. And I know I've made predictions about the score of the past 2 times being low scoring, and it's been high scoring. Michigan 45-23, and then 47 to 20, or I think it was like 43-27 back in 2021, and then last year it was like 45-23. So we scored 40 plus points against Ohio State. So it's very possible, but I gotta be realistic here. Their defense is no joke, but it's gonna be a close one. 24-21, Michigan gets the win at home, defeats the Ohio State Buckeyes. They go to the Big Ten Championship in a couple weeks. My opinion, my pick, and I really hope Michigan takes care of business. They need to. Like I said with the Lions, they got to win today. Michigan has to win on Saturday. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Michigan has to win. They have to beat the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they will. So Michigan's my pick for that game. Go blue, take care of business. Go to the Big Ten Championship game, but you got to take care of Ohio State first. So that's going to be a good game. So bet that game. I actually might, but I haven't bet the past 2 times in this game, so I'm just going to keep the beard maybe. So we'll see. But yeah, that's going to be a very good game. Noon start time, Fox, one of the biggest rivalries in all sports. Ohio State Buckeyes, Michigan Wolverines, prime time, battle of the unbeatens. Both are 11-0. Can't ask for anything more. We're going to see some pushing and shoving in this one. So I got Michigan beating Ohio State Buckeyes. So go blue. Take care of business. So you got that game, and then got a bunch of other games on Saturday. So Kentucky at Louisville, Texas A&M at LSU, Indiana, Purdue. A couple of rivalry games there. Let's see what else we got here. You got Alabama and Auburn, the Iron Bowl. That's usually a good matchup. Arizona at Arizona State, BYU, Oklahoma State. Wisconsin, Minnesota, another Big Ten matchup there. Florida State at Florida. Florida State out of the top 4. Washington took their spot. So Jordan Travis, not the starting quarterback anymore. Obviously, he broke his leg last weekend. Unfortunately, you hate to see that, especially since they were the number 4 ranked team in the country, had an opportunity to compete in the college football playoff, and it's just a shitty way to end your career in college football with a broken leg. So, yeah, I guess the committee took consideration of that, bumped them out of the top 5 or top 4 rather, put Washington in because Washington's playing some great football right now. So yeah, your top 4 I think are Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Michigan at 3, and then Washington at 4. So yeah, that was interesting when I saw that a couple days ago when college football playoff committee were making their rankings for that, their updated rankings. So yeah, Jordan Travis out. So yeah, Florida State at number 5 going against Florida today, or on Saturday night, 7 p.m. on ESPN. Notre Dame at Stanford. Georgia at Georgia Tech, another rivalry game. Clemson at South Carolina. Yeah, that's pretty much it there. Yeah, I was gonna say some big games on Saturday, so place your bets. And then, yeah, obviously the game, Michigan, Ohio State. Michigan has to win. They're my pick to win. Go blue, take care of business, and go to the Big Ten Championship, boys. You can do it. I believe in you. So watch some games on Saturday. Watch some games tomorrow for college football. Play some bets. And, yeah, enjoy yourself as usual. So we got that. And now we got to hop over to hockey. So hockey. Last night, the Red Wings won 4-0. Dylan Larkin finally scored because usually when he has a scoring chance, he misses it by a mile. So it's good that they won. Obviously they had that European series last week and they lost to Ottawa, the Senators, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I do believe, yeah, those were the 2 teams they lost to. So that kind of sucked. I wish they went 1-1 at least. Would have been great if they won both games, but it's good to have them bounce back. I think that time off help them, recover, obviously being sore or injured, have some recovery time. But yeah, they came out blazing, obviously. They won 4-0 against the Devils, and the Devils is a good team this year, so that's good to see that. You had the Jets winning in overtime against the Tampa Bay Lightning. You got Boston beating the Florida Panthers 3-1. Pittsburgh losing 1-0 against the New York Rangers. They've been struggling lately, so you have that going on. The Carolina Hurricanes winning 6-3 against the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas Golden Knights winning 2-1 against Dallas in overtime. So I had some good overtime victories last night. And then the Seattle Kraken winning 7-1. Man, that's like a baseball score against the San Jose Sharks. They're really struggling this year, allowing a lot of goals, it seems like. And then the Colorado Avalanche winning against the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver's pretty good. Don't sleep on them, but they lost, unfortunately, last night 5-2 against the Colorado Avalanche. They're a good team. So yeah, some hockey matchups. I mean, there was plenty of more. So you had that. No games on today for Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all the NHL players and all the NHL teams. And then Friday, we're back at Detroit at Boston, 1 o'clock. So Detroit, last time they were there, they lost. So this time they got to win. Obviously, when Boston came to Detroit a couple weeks ago, we won. And that was actually a really good game. I watched that one. That was really intense. 2 original 6 teams going at it. It was really fun. But now this time we go to Boston, we got to take care of business. So yeah, we got that game. Detroit and Detroit Red Wings and the Boston Bruins. You have the Rangers at the Flyers. You have the Maple Leafs at the Blackhawks. And then, yeah, you got a bunch of other games going on as well. So, yeah, you got the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken there. And then, yeah, you got games on Saturday as well. So, yeah, watch some hockey today. So, you got that going on. And then you got some UFC. There's a fight night on at on December 2nd. So, yeah, what we got? We got Beneil Dariush in action. Dan Hooker and Bobby Green. I just found out that fight's canceled because Dan Hooker injured himself. So that kind of sucks. And then Rob Font going up against Davison Figueiredo. That might be a good one. I actually might have to check that one out. So yeah, this fight card's December 2nd. I'm gonna be at a wedding, so might have to try to watch it, but I don't know. I think that's the same day as the Big Ten Championship game. So, but yeah, you got fight night there. You got another fight night coming up in a couple weeks. But the one I'm worried about, the one I'm focusing on, is the UFC 296. This one's going to be a really good card. You got the Leon Edwards defending the welterweight title against Colby Covington. So that's going to be a really good one. You got another championship fight, the co-main event. You got the flyweight championship on the line. You got Alexandre Pantoja going up against Brandon Royval. You got so that's going to be a good one there. You got Stephen Thompson back in action. Tony Ferguson fighting this card. I really hope he wins. He's going up against Paddy Pimblett. So that should be interesting. And Vincente Luque going up against Ian Gary. So yeah, this whole card's stacked. I mean, I can't wait for it. We got a couple weeks for that. So place your bets. Watch that one. UFC 296. Going to be the last pay-per-view of the year for UFC. But yeah, like I said, they do a good job putting these fight cards together. So yeah, watch some UFC next couple weeks. And then we're going to end today's episode with college basketball. Yeah, I know we don't really talk about basketball much on the podcast, but a few nights ago, Kansas lost. The number one team in the country lost to Marquette. So I thought that was really interesting. You know, Bill Self just signed a big contract, like a lifetime contract with Kansas. He's been there ever since I was a kid. Great coach, you know, won some championships, but yeah, they went down to Marquette. Marquette's a good team. They usually have a good basketball program. And then last night they won against Tennessee, so good way for them to bounce back. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And then last week, Michigan State lost to Duke. Obviously, Michigan State kind of struggling a little bit, but they'll find their way back. You know, it's Tom Izzo, it's Michigan State basketball. They'll find their way to get back in the winning ways of Michigan State basketball. But yeah, I thought that was just really interesting. Kansas losing to Marquette a few nights ago. So yeah, watch some college basketball too. Should be interesting. I'll be watching it during March Madness because that's the best time, in my opinion, to watch college basketball. So that is that, and that is it for today. So thank you for joining me. I know it's been a while since we've had an episode for Guys Time to Rise, but here we are. We're done for the day. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day. Watch some football. Spend time with your family and friends. And then watch, and just enjoy yourself. Watch the game this weekend, Michigan, Ohio State. Michigan has to win that game. I can't stress it enough. Detroit and the Lions got a win today against the Packers. And yeah, just enjoy the day. So this episode's going to be available on YouTube as usual. It's going to be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Stuff your faces in. Watch some football. Spend time with your family and friends. And enjoy the day. So peace. The Rise is out. You guys have been amazing. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Have a safe holiday. Enjoy the weekend. Watch some football. Watch some sports. Play some bets. And enjoy your time with your friends and family. All right, take care, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.